Hello, my friend, and welcome into the craft table at Sunny Miles Studio. Today we're going to be doing these sweet little fall doodles. And I thought I'd show you how I draw them first, and then we'll paint them. I've got them outlined here in pencil, and I'm going to go over them with my Posca pen and let that dry and then paint on them. I'm just trying to get it at the right angle here so you can actually see what my hand is doing. And there. My camera was drooping. So here we go. This first one is a slice of pumpkin pie. And I just start with a rectangle. Can you see? I'm trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing without covering it with my hand. And then I kind of add a triangle on the top of it with some little curves for the crest. And then go around the edge of it. And then I try to add like a little dollop of whipped cream on the top. This next one's a little acorn. Just adding some little doodles on top. And a nice hot mug of something, hot chocolate, tea, coffee. Maybe even some hot cider. And I just make these little curly cues for the steam coming off of it. Give it some polka dots. And a leaf. Just draw a stick and then some curvy lines around it. This is my version of a pear. Give it a little stem and a leaf, and a few little dots. And these are some candles. I'm trying to remember how I think I usually start with the one in the back. And then go to the one in the front. And then I add the little wicks with a little flame. And I try to make these look like birch bark, just adding some little dots and lines every which way. A little pumpkin. Start with this shape and come down. A little stem and some curly cues. This next one is a piece of candy corn. I don't know if you have this in other countries. It's basically one big piece of sugar. And it's got yellow and orange and white coloring to it. I'm not a big fan of them. I think the older I get, the less of a sweet tooth I have, but they are colorful and seasonal looking. And I want to do kind of a plaid pumpkin. make some going across. And a little sunflower. It's always fun to put little word doodles. In this one, I just write the word first. And then I kind of outline the letters with this little bubble. I just realized I have my glasses on my head, but I'm not wearing them, and oh boy, I just put them on and now I can see so much better. Silly me. It's hard to talk and draw sometimes. But hopefully it's helpful to see how I'm drawing these. This is a little mushroom. Just draw this little shape and then I give it some little ruffles, little stem, couple of dots. This is my version of an apple pie. Make an arc and then a wavy line at the bottom, and then the pan. Whoops. It's supposed to be like the little slits on top. Some steam. This paper's got a little bit more texture than I'm used to. Makes the pen doesn't always work how you think it's going to. This is a little bird with a little winter hat on. And then a little ball of yarn. Just an easy circle with some lines kind of going every which way. I think I use this one in the spring doodles. It's always a good time to knit, right? Spring, fall, winter, summer. And then it wouldn't be fall in America without football. Just try to draw this little shape here, and then the little white lines on the end, and then the little finger grips kind of go like this. And then next I'm going to do an apple. With some seeds. And then, oh, I got interrupted when I was preparing this. I'm missing a couple here. So let's see, I want to do another acorn. And once your black pen dries, you can go back and erase any of the pencil lines that are in your way or that you don't want to see. And I want to draw this owl. And I kind of draw you and his eyeballs. And I wanted him to be looking up at this other little birdie. Make his ears a little fluffy. And give him a nose. And then just bring this down around. Give him some feathers. So. And I wanted to do one more little birdie. And I like to do him with glasses. So I make these two big circles and connect them and add the glasses part. And then I kind of draw his body inside of the edge of the glasses so it looks like the glasses are hanging out. And that shape is a little off, but that's okay. And then I was going to draw him on sitting on this little piece of berries. So I think that's about right how I had him. Oh gee, getting off the screen. Sorry about that. So there. Back up a little. And you just let those dry for a second. This one's still a little wet, but I can go back in at the top and just erase the pencil. I wonder what fall is like where you live. We've seen a ton of wild turkeys lately. And lots of deer. And the leaves are starting to change. The cool nights and the warm days, I think, are changing the leaves pretty rapidly right now. It's a beautiful time of year. Okay, now I'm ready to paint. And when I paint a paper like this that has a lot of doodles, I usually just try to stick to 5 or 6 colors and like use the same blue on all the things that I'm doing blue, just so it looks more cohesive. And I'm using my Kuretake Art Nouveau with a few of the ones from the 48 set mixed in. And I'm going to use that Mars yellow for the pumpkin. Oops, got too much paint. Sometimes I like to add a little bit more paint, like right where it would be darker, like a shadow underneath the acorn top there. And then I'll come back and paint in some of the parts once things are dry. I don't want them to bleed in. I'm going to use the Mars yellow again for this leaf. And I'll come back and add some highlights to it. I think I might just put water on all of this and then drop in the color. And I'm using this blue. It's called Cobalt Turquoise Light. So many different types of pumpkins these days, isn't there? I love the ones that are all like knobby and funky colors. This is a candy corn. I'm trying to remember. I think it's orange and then yellow and then white is on the top. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't had them in a while, but they're definitely orange, white, and yellow. At least the traditional kind. And this one I'm just gonna go over these lines here, try to make it a little bit plaid. Kind of like a little decorative pumpkin that you'd have. If I sound a little tired, it's probably because we're packing up and preparing to move. And we have stuff in boxes everywhere. It's a blessing to be able to live the life that we do, but I don't really like it when everything is out of place. I'm one of those people that kind of has everything in its place and tucked away. I don't really like to see all my stuff. I like it in a drawer. I guess it's kind of minimalistic. I don't have a lot of stuff to begin with, and the stuff that I do have, I like tucked away. So, anyways, we've been busy packing and organizing, getting ready. Oh, just gonna paint this bubble part here on this. And I think I use a watered down version of that same color on this little mushroom. And once you know all these little doodles, I'll make another video probably of how to work them into cards and bookmarks and things. There's lots of ways you can use, 3 or 4 pieces, 3 or 4 of the designs together to make other things. Once you know how to draw them. I've seen other people do doodles videos like this over the years, and you always wonder if there's even a need to do another one. But everybody draws doodles differently, and I feel there's room for everybody's art, and we need each other's art, and you learn something just slightly different from each person, and can glean new ideas. So I figured it was worthwhile to show you. Looking back at the one I already did to see what color hat. I think I like this orange hat. If you go outside your line, you can just scoop it back in with your finger or a little wet brush with clean water. This football, I'm going to use this dark brown and the stripes and the finger hold part is white. And I'm just going to give this a little red in the edge here. I got too much paint. Too little, too much. We can go back off and wipe some off here and there to give it like a little highlight. There. I think that about does it for the fall doodles here. I hope you enjoyed learning how I draw these and seeing how I paint them, and hope it was helpful to you, and we'll look forward to being together with you again soon, and we can show you some more ideas of how to use these doodles for cards and other things. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for being here. Talk to you soon.